Kirchhoff+circuit laws, definitions, descriptions, and examples. Kirchhoff+circuit laws are named after Gustav Kirchhoff, who lived in the mid-1800s. There are two Kirchhoff laws. Kirchhoff's current law is the most famous, also called the first law or the junction rule, and Kirchhoff's voltage law, the second law or the loop rule. These laws are useful for analyzing electrical circuits. In this video, we'll define and explain these laws, and then we'll combine them with Ohm's law to work out some circuit analyses. Our notation is I for current, V for voltage, and R for resistance. There are two variations of Kirchhoff's current law. Number one, for any node or junction in a circuit, the sum of currents flowing into the node must equal the sum of currents flowing out of the node. In equation form, sigma I in must equal sigma I out. Number two, the sum of all currents meeting at a node must be zero. The equation is sigma little I from 1 to n of I sub I equals 0, where lowercase I is the index of the branch, or the branch number. Capital N is the number of branches meeting at the node, and I sub I is positive if current flows toward the node. Note that we assign a direction for each current, but after the analysis, that direction may turn out to be wrong. If current flows in the opposite direction from what we assigned, it's not a problem. We just get a negative value for that current. I sub I is negative if current flows away from the node. Let's look at 3 parallel resistors for an example. This symbol means a battery or a DC voltage supply, and V increases from 0 to V1 as you go from bottom to top through this battery. This symbol means ground, where we set V equals 0. Since V2 is connected to ground, V2 is 0 in this circuit. Let's look at the left node, and note that we ignore resistance through this little segment of wire. In other words, this is the same as this, where we've removed that little segment. In fact, resistance is ignored through any wire in these kinds of circuit analyses. Using Kirchhoff's first equation, we get I in equal I1 plus I2 plus I3. When we use his second equation, we get I in minus I1 minus I2 minus I3 equals 0. But mathematically, these are the same result. Now we consider the right node, again removing this little section of wire, and we get I out equal I1 plus I2 plus I3. Comparing the two equations for I in and I out, we see that they must be the same. Now consider Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here's the statement. The sum of all voltage differences around any closed loop in a circuit must be 0. Mathematically, sigma I equal 1 to n of delta V sub I must equal 0, going around any closed loop. Delta V sub I is the voltage change as you go through or across a component. N is the total number of components in the loop, and the change of voltage is positive if V increases across the component and negative if V decreases across the component. For example, delta VI is positive for a battery when our direction is from negative to positive poles, and delta VI is negative when we go through a resistor in the same direction as the current. Let's use the same circuit, 3 parallel resistors, for our example. I spot 3 closed loops here. The top loop, starting at the left node and going around clockwise, negative I1 R1, and then positive I2 R2, and back to the node, gives us this equation. For the bottom loop, we start at the same node, so we have negative I2 R2, and then we add I3 R3 and close the loop. That gives us this equation. There's a third loop, namely the full loop, where similarly around the whole circuit, we get this equation. I note here that the full loop analysis is unnecessary, since you can get this equation by combining these two. This shows that you don't have to use all the loops in an analysis, but it doesn't hurt anything to do so. Combining these equations along with Ohm's law and the equation for current from the previous slide gives us the equation for the equivalent or total resistance through 3 parallel resistors. This is one way to derive the equation for resistors in parallel. Ah, James T. Kirchhoff, I haven't seen you for a while. I was exploring the Reynolds cluster for many months. Well, how can I help you? Are you going to show us the algebra to generate that equation? No, I'm leaving the algebra up to the students. Then live long and prosper. You too, Jim. I'll do another example, namely a voltage divider. Notice again the ground where V equals 0. Notice also the battery or DC voltage source. We assume that this output voltage is measured by a voltmeter or goes into some other part of the circuit that has nearly infinite impedance. In other words, it draws negligible current from the circuit, so it doesn't affect the circuit at all. Let's apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node. We get I1 minus I2 equals 0, which means I1 equal I2, and I'll call that I. Now apply Kirchhoff's voltage law through the loop. Again, go clockwise, starting at this lower left corner. Going through the battery from 0 to Vin means we add Vin, and then we subtract I1 R1 minus R2I, and we close the loop. Doing a little bit of algebra, I is Vin over the sum of the two resistors. Now we apply Ohm's law across resistor 2. V out minus R2I equals 0, since this is grounded. And of course we're neglecting resistance in these wires. Combining these two equations and doing a little algebra, we get an equation for V out, namely V out equal Vin times R2 over the sum of R1 and R2. This is our final equation for a voltage divider. In summary, Kirchhoff's circuit laws are useful in the analysis of electrical circuits. There are two Kirchhoff laws, the current law and the voltage law. These two laws are typically combined with Ohm's law and voltage changes across batteries and such to analyze circuits with multiple branches and components. In this video, we analyze two simple circuits, 3 resistors in parallel, and a voltage divider. For a more complex circuit, Kirchhoff's laws are applied at all nodes and around all loops, or all the loops that are necessary, and then the resulting equations are solved simultaneously. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. 1, 2, 3. That's all there is to it.